Do NFL player agents actually do anything? In today's video, I go over exactly how much an NFL agent gets paid and why so many players still hire them. When you think of an NFL agent, pretty much all you think of is someone who negotiates a contract with the team and then takes away millions of dollars, and that's pretty much all they do, but there's actually a lot more to it. First off, how much does an NFL agent get paid? And it can be quite a lot. The maximum an agent is allowed to get paid off of a contract is 3%. So for a lot of these lower level players, they have an agent and they pay them 3%. So for example, if you are on a $1 million deal, you are then paying your agent $30,000. But another big thing that agents do is they find endorsements and brands to sponsor their athletes. Of these deals, they get more like 10 to even 25%, since they are directly going out there, finding the sponsor and bringing them in. They do a lot more work, and thus they get paid more. However, as you'll see later in this video, without them, you probably just won't have that many sponsors. And to show how much these agent fees can really add up, the highest paid agent in the NFL is Tom Condon with Creative Artists Agency, and he has almost $1 billion of NFL contracts that he has negotiated. Thus, he has commission of about $30 million.
Asthma. He's allergic to rich white people.
So yes, it does add up fast. Now that you know how much they get paid, let's go over why players actually hire agents today in the modern NFL, especially rookies. So first off, with rookies, when you are out of college, of course, you don't have that much money. However, with NIL, things could change a little bit. But one big thing that an agent does, at least historically, is they cover all of your expenses from when you leave college to when you get to the NFL. And on average, it costs anywhere from $50,000 to $75,000 for the agent to support these players. It sounds like a lot, but there's a lot that they have to cover. For example, if you're a player that really wants to get drafted, you'll go visit as many teams as you can. So you have to fly there, you have to get a hotel, you have to get a rental car, you have to buy food on the road, and you may have to do this with 20 teams. So that just adds up. And as you can tell, a broke college student wouldn't have that. So the agent steps in and pays for it. Another thing that they do is pay for their housing that they may lose after they've graduated college, or they pay for their working out. So of course these athletes need to be in tip-top shape, so they're not just going to the Y and lifting some weights. They're not going to Planet Fitness. They're going to specialized gyms, specialized trainers, and getting their body in as good a shape as they can, and this can cost over $10,000. So the first big reason why a rookie would sign an agent is they just simply need someone to take care of paying for everything before they get into the NFL. Another thing is that if you get with a popular agent who knows all the teams and you're a lower level draft prospect, this will really help get your name out there. If you're just emailing Bill Belichick and Andy Reid on your own, they might not pay attention, but if it's an agent that they already have several players on their team, they'll give you more of a chance.
These are our demands. Our balls are in your court.
So even though there is a clear rookie wage scale, they still do some. And even the rookie contracts still need some negotiations. This is still a multi-million-dollar contract, and there could be some little words that the teams are putting in to try to get over on you. More specifically, words around when you get your money, if you get it all up front or not, and how guaranteed your money is, essentially. So yes, it is guaranteed, but you want some ironclad guarantees where they can't take it back. If you don't have a good agent, they might sneak some things in there and take money back if they don't like you after they've drafted you. But there is a new trend with several very high level draft picks of not hiring agents. One, because they can pay for themselves to go around the country to train. They can do all of this on their own. they don't need an agent to pay for it. If you've liked this video so far, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting down below, but back to the video. So now you know why a player has an agent for their rookie contract, which hasn't made that much sense to me in the past before I did some research. But having an agent further on into your career is even more important. Now there is an example, like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has not had an agent. Mainly it's been him and his mom, and they've just kind of done their own thing. And Lamar Jackson has likely saved millions of dollars since his contract is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But there is one big thing. As an agent, you negotiate with the team. When you don't have an agent, that means the player has to negotiate with the team.
Oh, yeah, okay. You want to negotiate?
Bring it on.
All right, fine. I will bury you!
In the negotiations, they point out what they don't like about the player, all the player's flaws, all their weaknesses, why they're not worth that much money. It's a lot easier for them to say that to an agent and be fine versus saying it to the person themselves, and then it might feel like an attack. Also, you just see these people around the facility. You don't want to get a bad relationship with upper management because you've been in a year-long negotiation process. It's much easier just to say, hey, talk to my agent and play football. They can really afford to do it anyways. It is just 3%, even if it is $3 million out of $100 million. That leaves them with $97 million. So I know there are taxes and stuff, of course, but still 3% is a pretty low percentage. It's not like they're gouging them at 10%. And then finally, to get back to something I mentioned earlier, endorsements. So Lamar Jackson, of course, is the prime candidate in this argument because he is an NFL MVP, one of the best players in the NFL, and he's super popular. So you would think he would have a ton of sponsors. However, he doesn't. For example, here's a listing of just a few players in the NFL and how much they make from endorsements. So Patrick Mahomes reportedly makes about $25 million off endorsements, and I'm not saying Lamar can get that much. Patrick Mahomes is the most popular guy in the league. Then Dak Prescott makes $14 million. I'm not saying he can make that much either. It is the Cowboys. He is very marketable. But you go further down, and Kyler Murray makes $3.5 million. Lamar Jackson is a much bigger star and should easily be making more than Kyler Murray. But Lamar only made $2 million off of endorsements, so he gets about half of Kyler Murray. To make things worse, Daniel Jones, someone who can't even start in the NFL, makes about $1.5 million. So this clearly shows without an agent, it's just so much harder for you to get some endorsements. So maybe it's worth it. And me personally, if I was in the NFL, I would just play football, have fun, enjoy my millions, and hire an agent to take care of all this stuff. And that's what almost everyone else in the NFL has done. So if you like the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting down below, and I'll see you later.